Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taya and this is Faeble, my dark fairy tale island, and it's done, which is so exciting. I am really happy to be able to share this final island with you. Island number 1 billion that I've done on this channel. We are being toured today by Grandma Taya. I kind of in hindsight wish that I had actually called my character Grandma, but that kind of would have felt weird too. Originally, I was gonna have a second character that I was gonna name Grandma. I suck at making a second character on my island. I just can't be bothered. Hopefully on the next one. On the next one, I am planning to do a second character. I have it in the plans. But for Faeble, I'm just gonna be Grandma Taya. So this is the flag that I made for Faeble. I absolutely adore it. I love the purple and the gold. It's very fairy tale, whimsical feeling. Purple and orange. I didn't really think about this in the beginning of the island, but ended up being pretty prevalent throughout the island, this like purpley with this golden tones. And as you see, as we tour the island, it's gonna get more and more into golden hour, and the time that I said the dream address is like 5:20. It's perfection. So here is the map for Faeble. You can see the layout that I've got going, all the villagers, and of course the dream address, if you would like to follow along, is there at the bottom too. For this island, I have Maple, Agnes, Drago, Fang, Penelope, Maggie, Teddy, Colton, Prince, and Pecan. And they all have a good amount of lore, I would say, on this island, which I love as well. So we'll get into that as we tour around. But the main features I really wanted on this island when I started were, I wanted a city center, like a cozy, dense town in the middle. A la a lot of storybooks, there's always this like really tight-knit town surrounded by like forest and mystery and like all the little tales that you tell to kids to like get them to not go out at night kind of thing. So hence the dark fairy tale vibes of it all. But we do have a castle, we have Grandma's house in the back there, etc. So I'm looking forward to sharing all of those with you as we tour through the island. Let's go. So first we have our entrance, and I wanted to keep this entrance very simple but very foresty and kind of give you a sense for like the color scheme on this island and just the vibes in general of the more foresty parts of the island. And you can see resident services past there. It's still relatively close when it comes to resident services, but I really wanted there to be a lot of waterfalls and a lot of trees and mushroom elements. And then I adore this combination of flowers. I have used some black roses, but it's mainly black cosmos, purple windflowers, and red roses, which the combo is just chef's kiss, especially as we get further into golden hour, which it will do as we do this tour longer. And one of my favorite parts of this entrance is that you have to go up a level with an incline and then back down again to get into the island. It's just so cozy. I love that vibe. Also, standing right here with the camera open is a great spot to just like observe whatever my villagers are doing in the plaza. Teddy has chosen to be the star of the show for this video. He's really hamming it up. You got this, buddy. You can do it. Catch that cricket. It would almost be impossible for you to not. Oh boy. Anyways, coming down from the entrance, the first thing that we see is this cute little vegetable and fruit stand. The only fruits are cherries, but I did get cherries for the first time ever on this island, so I had to give a shout out to the cherries. Also, there are many bugs all over the ground on this island because we wanted to feel kind of that dirty medieval energy, so had to have a fair share of bugs. We have Maggie as our little farmer. So this farm is quite dispersed actually and flat kind of over this little area. I did put a little windmill in the back and I scattered pigs all throughout the farm. So she has her little helpers all throughout the farm. Maybe they're taking a little nibble of a potato here and there, but mostly they're helping, I think. And we do have roosters here to kind of represent chickens. And we'll just go briefly into Maggie's house. I did decorate all of the houses on this island, so if a villager is home while we're doing the tour, we will pop in and say hello and see their house. So this is Maggie's house. I gave her a little cabin, kind of homey studio apartment in the woods, and she has a nice view out to a river and some mountains, a little spot to read, a little bookcase, and, you know, a little dining area, which she's using now, which is so cute. How are you doing, Maggie? See you around. She's so cute. So next we're gonna go south of Maggie's farm over the bridge here. And across this bridge, we enter into Prince's Swamp. So Prince is our frog prince, of course. And his swamp is a lot of lower lying items and just very glowy as well. At night, it looks very cute. And I will do, of course, as I always do, a final montage on this tour. So at the end, I'll show pictures of this at night when it really, really comes to life with all of these hyacinth lamps. I've never used so many hyacinth lamps or tulip surprise boxes, but I think it really creates this like fun atmosphere. And this path, of course, which another note, I will put all of the path codes that I've used down below in the description. And if there's one that you see that you want that you can't see in my description, let me know and I'll try to get back to you. I'll also post the Pinterest board inspiration for this island too, because I feel like that's fun to see where my inspirations were and where my island turned out. And yeah, that'll just lead you back to the entrance, but we will backtrack a little bit. And this is Prince's Swamp. He is not home in his house right now, but if we go behind, there's just a little walkway filled with like foliage. It's more just background to other builds that we're going to come across in the future, but just a plain covered beach. So I'd like to explore the town center a little bit more first, because there are lots of directions that you can go on Faeble, but I feel like this is going to be the best path. So when we come up this incline, we are now in the village. It is crowded and dirty and bustling. I made all the villagers' houses the same to give kind of like this matching vibe and to make it feel very like all the houses were built around the same time using the same materials, and it's crowded, but it's also cozy in this neighborhood as well. And Pecan is here in her workout gear. You're not on theme now, Pecan. Your dress that you normally wear is so cute. We have Nook's Cranny up here as well as Able Sisters and the museum. So Fang, Pecan, and Maple's houses are all up here. And then we have Able Sisters on this side, which then leads back down to Maggie's house and the more farm area. If you go down this way, there is a little lookout here, a little pathway that connects to another area of forest. I just love that when you are thinking of paths to go on this island, there's a lot of different options. There isn't just one way to go around the island, and there's always ways that connect back. I love having the museum perched up on top of the town. It just feels like the kind of bold city hall, or like even a church that would be up on a hill away from like the filth of the road, more like pomp and circumstance, and just having the museum up there gives that vibe to me. And we do have a fortified wall that goes all the way around this entire city area. And here's another kind of back way to get towards the castle. Actually, this path will take you to the castle and the blacksmith and Drago's place as well. So yeah, this little town center, I love this brick over top of the dirt. It kind of makes it feel more like worn in, lived in. And we're just gonna come back down to Maggie's farm and then go past it towards Agnes's house, which is our second little piggy on the island. And she is also not home, but she is our witch on the island. And now you can see how the beach to the left kind of fills in this area and makes it look more full and complete. She has some pillars that kind of welcome you into her like spooky abode. And it kind of makes sense that she's close to the village and like There are other ways to get around not going past her house, but for a brave young soul, you probably dare each other to go past the witch's house on the way to Grandma's house, even though you could easily avoid it by going another way. And yeah, again, you can see now that it looks less like she's on a beachfront property because of the way that I've hemmed it in. And there is another bridge going out of her area, so it's kind of bookended by these two bridges. And once you go over this bridge, you're in the mushroom forest. The mushroom forest also houses the campsite too. So it's so cute. You can even see in the distance some smoke from Grandmother's house. So you know you're going to get to Grandmother's house soon. And this mushroom forest, again, I wanted it to feel very dense and very treed, but to have all of these red and white mushroom items, and then also to have a lot of red flowers. And of course, at this time, everything just looks even more heightened orange. It will just keep on getting that way for a little while. We're at 5:14. So, and as well, I need to let you know that we do have Curly in the campsite. I'm just thrilled that he is in the campsite. I don't know exactly why it makes me so happy that he's here, but I absolutely love it. I don't need a diner chair. I'm so sorry, Curly. I'll just take the W then. Anyways, it kind of worked out because he's our third little pig. So that is very cute. All right, past the mushroom forest, we have a little bit of a mining operation. Gemstones are being hauled out of a cave in the back, and some gnomes are doing some dealings with Maggie's pigs. I don't know exactly what's going on there, but they are trading on the side, and clearly they're hiding behind some barrels from the rest of the workers. We have our guard gnome and all of these crystals that are just been hauled out of the ground. All these rocks, all these stones, precious stones. And we have our big boss leader gnome as well over here who's filling out all the papers and, you know, making sure that all the tallies work out well. And we have our entrance to our cave over here, which has clearly been around for a long time. Back through the mushroom forest, and if I go down this way, you can see how it connects back with this little bench seating area. I actually really love how this little spot looks. It's just simple, but it's also so dense and cozy feeling that this is like exactly the vibes I wanted for this island, which I am obsessed with. And as you can see, yeah, you come down here through this little transition area and you're back in the town. So that's how you would go to Grandma's house, the safe way, avoiding the witch. And if you continue back along here and go up this little incline, you're at Grandma's house. Honestly, I think this might be one of my favorite builds on the island. I'm gonna say that a lot about a lot of builds because I like them all, but I just love how the colors look on this build. The purple, the orange, little touches of white, and lots of touches of green. This was also the build that I realized the tree standees just add such a cute fairy tale vibe and like kind of storybook energy to this island. So I definitely continued along that. And doesn't Grandma look like she just perfectly fits next to this house? I'm obsessed with the rooms. I think this house is my favorite house that I've ever done on an island, period. And I will show the rooms closer to the end, but we're going to continue with the tour for now. But definitely hands down my favorite house that I've ever decorated. We gave it spooky vibes while still feeling cozy and grandma core-ish. I know I'm like hyping up stuff for the end of the video, but you can skip ahead and watch it now if you want. There are chapters. I always put chapters on my videos now, and I feel like it's better to do that. And behind Grandma's house, we also have a little fairy circle. Don't know what's going on with the duck in the middle. Maybe he's being sacrificed, or maybe he just came out here to have a nap. Either way, the fairies are dancing around the duck, And there are butterflies as well, and bunnies, and all the cute stuff. I really love this fairy circle. I find it to be so precious and so cute and silly. I just love it. It's so small. That's one of my favorite parts about this island too, is that I have so many big builds and I have so many tiny builds. It really feels balanced and cute. Coming past here, we see, oh, there's a castle. And then when you look up, you find, oh, it's actually a tower. So I'll climb up here onto this lookout space and raise my camera up. This is actually where a trapped princess lives. This is Penelope's house, and she is trapped up there. The witch actually trapped her up in this castle, but over time she was like, you know what? I'm actually kind of an introvert and I really like being up here in this castle. So now she is happy there, and there may or may not be something between her and Agnes. Colton has time and time again said that he's gonna come rescue his princess, and Penelope's like, could you come tomorrow? I'm actually working on a quilt right now and I just need more time to finish it. He's like, okay. And then tomorrow comes and she says, well, now I've kind of started a new puzzle that I need to get going on. She's keeping busy up there. And Drago, of course, has been put in charge of protecting Penelope, or rather guarding her from would-be people trying to come and rescue her. And he has quite the dragon's horde, which is looking very unprotected actually, but this is Drago's dragon horde and garden. I love it though. It's so bright and it's so different from the rest of the island. He's also not home. There are like no villagers home on my island. Like, where are they? We've seen like none of them out either. If you do go past Drago's house, there is a way to get up here into Penelope's tower, and she is home. So there is a lot of crafty stuff up here when you come up to the top of her. She's working on a Faeble flag puzzle right now. Let's go in and say hi. So this is Penelope's house. It's been a little bit since I came into her house. She's so cute. She's been up in this tower for a little bit. It was Latotes the best having Leah visit. Aww. What a top-notch bestie coming all the way from Neapolitan to hang out here. Oh, Bo. I love when they do that. She also has a nice ocean view, which lines up with where her house actually is. She has a spot to do her makeup, as well as a little kitchen with groceries that have been dropped off by her maybe more than friend, Agnes. Who's also keeping her prisoner, so it's kind of a messed up situation, but still. She has a nice bathroom back here, a little cute window as well back there, and a cute bed. It's so adorable. It's so packed full of cute stuff. I love that for Penelope. See you later, girl. Okay, let's head back down. So just south of Drago's house, we actually have the blacksmith. And a little area that they can pump some water here. So this is Faeble's blacksmith, and also they have some horses that are waiting to be shoed here as well. There's some hay back there for them. And I just love this little tiny shop. I actually based it off the format that I use for tiny shops from Yancha Girl, but I changed it up a little bit and made it more of an open concept for this blacksmith shop, which I adore. It's so cute. Even down to the rocks that look like they've come here from the mines, all this silver that has been mined out of the cave by the gnomes. And the blacksmith has been working on a few different things. Maybe Drago is the blacksmith also, because this area is very close to his house. This area also is next to a very famous area on Faeble, which is the carriage area. I made this in front of the castle, Colton's castle, where there is currently a ball being held. And so this pumpkin carriage has two nobles who are ready and coming to the party. And I joked that carriage area kind of sounds like a disease. When you say it fast enough and you say it often enough, it starts to not really be carriage area, but carriage area. And so that's just a fun tidbit for this island. If you come down here, you actually get back to the main town center over this little bridge, and then you're back here by Pecan's house and Nook's Cranny. Oh my God, Teddy, why are you the king of jump scares? That's crazy. You just came out of nowhere. I didn't even see you there. That actually scared me. Hello? So yeah, this is kind of the royal highway up to the castle, and there is another lookout point. I'll get my camera raised up a little bit, and you can see the whole castle. Colton is home, so we can check his house out. But yeah, there are some royals arriving for a royal ball, and the party has already started in there, so let's go check it out. I love the colors on this castle. It feels very whimsical and, like, you know, happy. And you can see the party has started. I love the little seating areas in the back. I also love the pergolas, just give it a nice vibe. There are some couples already dancing, and there is tons of food on these tables. It just feels like such a fun, cozy time. Now, I'm just realizing that I did not put any music in this area, which is kind of a missed opportunity. But other than that, I really love this area. And let's go in and check out Colton, the prince of the party. Flight of Concords, anyone? Unfortunately, Colton is cooking, so you can't get the full impact, but there is usually a piano in this corner, I believe. What are you cooking, dude? It has been a while. I'm so sorry. La Bistro Colton. What you making? Glad you asked. It's a little treat called minestrone soup. Maybe you've heard of it, but have you had it Colton style? You have not. Thank you so much, my friend. Okay. Because he is a royal, he has his guard and his little secretary gyroid over here, who's taking down a list of everybody who has appointments. And if you don't have an appointment, you're SOL. No way you can get in to visit. And back here, we do have a little bed for Colton and a place for him to receive guests as well, which is very cute. And now we are closer to the actual dream address time that has this purpley hue in the sky. It's kind of like a more cool toned golden hour, which I love. Okay, continuing to the right. Eastward we go. And we're gonna make a little detour up here to see Jack's beanstalk. I love the way this beanstalk turned out. And I put the little house and a little jar of coffee beans down there as well. It just looks so cute and sweet. I really love how this turned out. I do have a gingerbread house to the bottom of this build, so you will see a little ice cream on the bottom right, but just ignore that. I'll just put my face over here and it's like it doesn't exist. I really love this perspective build. It came out great, and that little dollhouse just adds a lot of interest to it too. And I love that even when you put the camera up all the way, the beanstalk is still just slightly out of frame. And next we have our gingerbread house. I really love how this gingerbread house turned out. Finding the exact perfect place to view the gingerbread house is a little tricky, but I like to stand here almost beside this flower, and then you kind of get a better look at the whole thing. I love how the little gumdrops came out on the top of it, and these glowing ice cream items really added a lot, as well as the kids' tents. I love. I'm going to really quickly run down the beaches on this side. I just very simply decorated the beaches. This one just has a pergola at the end, and then as you come down further, there is a little pumpkin patch too, which is so cute. I did want a pumpkin patch on this island, and it ended up fitting cutely on the beach. Then I have a little picnic area with a pumpkin pie. And I love this rug design. It's so cute. We have a little laundry rock. And then a fishing area over here as well. It's still very walkable, which I really like. Ooh, bottle. And then we have a little shipping beach too, with a bunch of deliveries for the pub that we will see in a second. So that is the entire right-hand side beaches, which are very narrow and sometimes hard to decorate, but I'm actually super happy with how they came out. They are very cute. So starting at the gingerbread house and coming down, we have a nice little forest area. Why am I so worried about this one flower not being bloomed? I don't know why, but it's stressing me out. Through this forest, I did also put crickets for some ambiance, kind of hidden behind items. We used a lot of tree standees again and flowers of all different kinds. But in this particular forest, there is a little pond and there's also some fireflies. So as it does get darker, the fireflies will be more noticeable as well. Just a little duck pond. And then we also have Teddy's house. And Teddy's house, I am obsessed with. It is like a little woodsman cottage, but it does feel a little bit more modern, but I kind of love that. He's also been chopping some wood next to his house here for firewood. And I'm just gonna come down through here. We are entering the Black Forest, the Dark Forest, mysterious, just a lot of dense trees, more darker colored flowers, and I did start to introduce bamboo through this area as well, just for some variety. Coming up here, I have a little ladder to another viewpoint where you can see this duck pond, and this is one of my favorite spots on the island, especially as it gets later. And that's kind of my intention, is that you start and you see this beautiful lighting on the dream address, and then it just gets darker and darker and the stars start coming out, and it's just incredibly magical. This viewpoint is everything to me. Like, I could just have this as like a 10-hour like sleep soundtrack with like lo-fi in the background. You can kind of see that the stars are already starting to peek out a little bit. It's so cute. Also, just this build with like the gradation of foliage as it comes down the hill. I'm obsessed. I'm just obsessed with it. This forest comes down here into this really cute little intersection. I love this intersection so much. I don't know exactly why, but when you view it from the top down, it just gives such a foresty, like you're getting lost in this forest kind of vibe. So the first place that we'll go is up to a fairy forest. And this entrance to it always makes me so happy, because when you look down, you can just see a singular fairy dancing there in the forest, and it just looks so cute. That weed did grow a little bit taller than I expected. This view used to be a little bit better when that weed was not right there. But, you know, even in the dream address, I think you can just pluck this weed and then you'd be able to see the fairy a little bit better if you want a photo of that. Yeah, that's actually nicer for a photo right now, because you can see her dancing back there. And this area is one where I'm actually using a little bit more pink, and I love that too. I did make all of the custom designs in this area. I've made a lot of custom designs for this island actually, which maybe that's why I have even more of an attachment to this island than I have to previous ones. And it's kind of making a good case for me in future islands to just endeavor upon making more custom designs, because then when the island's done, I really feel like it's mine. Like, this is an island that only I could make because I made everything. Yeah, and those little fairies on those little pop signs, what are they called? Pop-up displays? I think they're called tabletop pop display. I'm obsessed. They look so cute. So yeah, when they're not dancing around that other mushroom circle, they are here. And then coming south of this little intersection, we have a spooky ooky graveyard. And it has, of course, a rose on a grave. And lots of different kinds of graves, because this cemetery has been around for quite some time. And a cockroach is visiting. So south of the graveyard, we have an elixir shop, and this elixir shop is actually ran by Pecan. She has more of that kind of alchemist elixir shop vibe in her own house. She might seem like a sweet, snooty gal, but really, she is an alchemist. And to help her in making her different elixirs, she has a little mushroom farm down here on the beach. So cute. I feel like somebody turned on these mush lamps and I didn't realize. Am I going crazy? Did I keep these on when I did the build? I cannot remember if somebody... I did just have the Goldie Branches over for a party, so it wouldn't surprise me in any way if they had turned on these mush lamps without me realizing, because they tend to do sneaky stuff like that. Wait, who's thinking? Drago! Ah, where'd you come from, Taya? I was spaced out thinking of a cool nickname for you so everyone will know we're buddies. No, Drago, don't do this right before I'm resetting this island! You break my heart. I love Drago. What you got? What about Tater Tot? Yes! Call me Tater Tot. You got it, Taya. Or I guess I should say, you got it, Tater Tot. That's cute. Anyways, what a joyful little dude. So yeah, to help in Pecan's elixir things, we have a mushroom farm and we also have a star fragment farm, which I've never done on an island before, and it was highly cute to make. And then we have our pub, which is right next to the dock. So Cap'n can come with a delivery of something that has a skull and crossbones on it. Drink with caution. I love it. It's dirty and it's cute. And yeah, on the pier, it's just simply decorated. Cap'n looks very nonchalant about his most recent delivery. And then you can kind of see the beach that I went to earlier that has more storage for barrels back there. And we have my rock garden just north of the beach. We have a very spooky rock garden that just gets more and more spooky as it gets darker because we have so many little glowing items all throughout this area. And all of my rocks around, the rocks kind of blend in to this build, which is really funny. This is the second like large rock garden that I've made, large circular rock garden. I did one on Retirement Forest Granola as well. And I think I like them a lot because they don't even really feel like the rocks are just a part of it. It's just like an item that I've used in here. I love it. So let's continue back towards the town center from this main intersection here in the forest. Oh my gosh, my villagers are just so active today. I'm totally going to head to your place for a surprise visit. If that's okay with you, Groove. Not now, Teddy! I was just, okay, if you had come to me in like 10 minutes, we would have taken you on the home tour. Should we just take him on the home tour then? I have one more build to show. Not now. I'm so sorry, Teddy. Oh, denied. I get it. I get it. Maybe my timing is off. That's a little spooky. Your timing is off. That's so funny. I was literally just saying your timing is off. Spooky. Okay. We have another little bridge. Oh my god, the stars are coming out. We have another little bridge where you can see a waterfall in the distance down this little stream. And then we have a little spot to sit and have an apple as a little snack. My head is being stabbed in the eye with pine needles though. Oh, I should have put the apple on the other side of the bench. Well. We have a little well. And then we also have another entrance to get back up into the town, straight up to Nook's Cranny. Coming down here though, and through this little path, we have a picnic area with waterfalls. And I really love this picnic area. It's so precious. I like it from all the different viewpoints. Like this, it is cute. We have a little place for two people to sit and play chess here. And if you want an even more cozy feeling viewpoint, you can go from this angle. And it's just, I just love it so much. So we have a little path going along this way, and then we get back to the resident services. And there is another little lookout over here that you can climb up and get a better view of the whole town. As it's getting dark, we can't see as far into the distance, but I still feel like it's a very cute viewpoint, and you can actually hide your character if you sit over here. Somewhat. A little bit. I'm almost completely hidden over there, which is cute. So you can get like just a solid look at my resident services. And we're back. We're back to the entrance. So let's go now to Grandma's house to have a quick tour through. Okay, into Grandma's house. So in the first room, we have a kind of cozy, but also creepy-ish vibe. It will only continue to get more creepy as we go along. We have a little setup with the Turkey Day chairs and Turkey Day place settings. We have a little unwanted guest, I think, over on the floor there, which is kind of even more creepy. And a little cozy kitchen where Grandma's cooking up something kind of that looks nice, but also some kind of suspicious stuff as well. And she has a little piano over here too, and lots of spider webs on the wall. Next, we're going to start with the back room, Grandma's bedroom. And this is where we kind of start to see that Grandma might be a little on the creepier side for sure. I love the old wallpaper. It just looks so dirty in this room. She also has an axe, which seems haunted, but there's chopped wood there, so maybe it's for the fireplace. I loved this whole house because I'm trying to toe the line between like, this is kind of cute, but also it probably smells like mold and dust and sweat in this room. Ew. But, you know, Grandma doesn't clean. Grandma lost her sense of smell years ago. Let's go next into the leftmost room. And this is Grandma's bathroom. So we have, of course, a tub for Grandma and a little sink area with some candles on the back wall. She's hung up some laundry that is, dripping dry over there. And she has a entrance to the forest from this bathroom. So she can go out there and like wander through the forest if she wants. Let's just address the elephant in the room right now, which is Grandma's steaming piss pot. I had to put Grandma's steaming piss pot over here, okay? It just is what it is. She's nasty. So now that we've seen rooms that are like relatively house-like, let's go see what Grandma's up to in this right bedroom. Well, it has been revealed that Grandma is pretty into some witchy stuff. This is where she does all of her magic. She also has another piss pot in here, which, like, come on, Grandma, get it together. She has a couple of crystal balls. She has a mirror as well for some spells. And I did use, of course, I had to use this beautiful candle wall and this beautiful magical flooring as well. There are some roots growing out of the ground, and she still has some leaves all over here. So it's still giving nasty, but this is where she's working on her little spells. So let's go to the attic first. This attic is a typical attic in an old house. Who knows what's up here? People have been sticking stuff up here for years. Years and years, generations of people's garbage that they didn't want to keep or they wanted to keep, but they just didn't want to throw it out yet. This is everything here. Grandma, I think, stores some of her more haunted things up here. And it just, honestly, I would make an attic like this again in another island because it's just so classically attic. I love it. Just all the detritus from life. And I also feel like this would work with more modern items too, if you had a more modern island, but I tried to keep it pretty antique feeling. Bugs, of course. To the basement. And this is the basement. Grandma has a cell down here, which is currently unoccupied, but there is a grave. I think we speculated that this might be Grandpa, but there is a grave with some flowers on it. So, you know, maybe the dead is being well respected here, but there is a very suspicious well. So even though there are no bones exactly in this basement, it's kind of a little bit scary. And we also have the results of all of these piss pots. Is that why she was collecting all that piss? For this? And is that what's causing Carageria on the island? Maybe. She does have a spell book over here. And another crystal ball. I just like this basement having a dirt floor and that earth wall. And I just love all the spider webs and things hanging from the ceiling. All throughout this house, there are just things hanging from the ceiling and bugs and everything. I love it. So yeah, that is Grandma's house. And of course, it would not be a Little Branches Crossing island tour, final island tour, if we did not do a final montage of Faeble. So please enjoy. I love Faeble. Fable's so cute. Isn't Faeble so cute? I'm gonna be so sad to restart this island. But thank you all so much for watching today. If you did like the video, remember to give it a like and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody. Here's some outtakes. I definitely, oh, no. Damn it, I didn't mean to sit down. I'm so sorry. Veggie, I messed up. I sat on by accident. When you invite somebody over for coffee and you sit with your back facing directly to them, oh my God, that's so dumb. Damn, that's gold. Shoot, I wasn't looking. Mandy, I promise you I didn't do this on purpose. Oh, damn it. I meant to sit on the same side as you. It happened so fast. You like behind me looking over your shoulder. Oh gosh. When you have somebody over for coffee and you sit accidentally with your back to them. Great. Whoops. Huh. Oh no, don't cry. Don't cry. Imagine we were both like this. It wasn't supposed to be like this. It's giving main character and background side character. My cup being over there revealing my shame. That's much better. This is real cute. Oh my God, Teddy. Oh my God. Teddy, jump scare Teddy. Yay, so cute. Give us a good 5 stars on Yelp, okay? Oh, hello, sir. And this table, hello. Oh, everybody's very serious at this table. Okay, if you didn't enjoy your meal here, I'm so sorry. It seems that a couple of you are didn't find it satisfying, but this person feels like they are very satisfied with the service, even proud. Oh, no, you are enjoying it. Oh, well then, I'm glad my customer service could make things a little bit more hospitable for you. Oh, apparently I didn't sway any. It's pretty, tough crowd over here. Pirate Wendy knows her dance moves, that's for sure. And those boots, ooh la la. Ma'am, I'm so sorry that we just weren't able to give you a good time today. I'm just, you know what, the other table, I haven't been over here in a little bit. Looks like everybody's doing great. Everybody's coffee, did you leave any in the cup? I guess not. Can I go along this side? Oh! Happy. You guys are in sync almost. Wait, what's going on here? No, not quite in sync, but... Chip! You were celebrating! I saw you. Oh. No? She wasn't celebrating before? No, she wasn't? I knew it! I knew it! See, I looked away for a second. I was trying to trick you. And now I see your smiling face giving the hula. Someone who's sad can't hula. How are you gonna hula when you're sad? Recovered. Hey! Oh my God, why was that so scary? That was so scary. You're freaking me out. Oh, that was the perfect wave time. Oh my God. My gosh, you guys, that was so much fun.